Hello Taurus, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I am a spiritual life coach and I help you discover and integrate your own truth. I've got an intuitive message for you today, so let's get started. We have the card to represent you, Vantage. Okay, big picture looking with this card. And also there's a collected kind of calm energy, meaning you may have a lot of things going on, a lot of, what do you call it? Fingers in the pot, or a lot of irons in the fire. But at this moment, it seems like you're in a very good place with all of them, that you're not totally involved with one or pulled by the other. You're not doing this back and forth kind of thing. You're seeing how all of them work together, and you're able to keep a long view of what needs to be done in the future to maintain this creative balance. This card is always, shouldn't say the word always, at this moment, this card is a reminder to keep the big view in sight, to keep the end, the long view, the end goal in sight, and not to get caught up in the details, but to understand what you're creating right now is about long term, is about repercussions, is about trajectory. Okay, let's look at, interesting, another 3, the energy that helps you, 3 of Cups, a lot of unification, and then the energy that pulls you back, 10 of Wands, burdens. All right, now where 3 of Feathers may talk about the pooling of resources or the pooling of creativity or different things that you're juggling, the 3 of Cups for you is talking about communion. When you can be thinking about how can I bring all of these gifts together in a way that really contributes or really benefits. I also think that as you're maintaining this higher perspective on everything that's going on around, kind of underneath you at your feet, it's helping you share with others in a different sort of way, because there's a different balance going on. When we think of 2 as the number of balance, but when you think of like a chair, 3 legs is the first stable, oh God, I can't talk right now. It's like the first stable manifestation or incarnation. You know, 4 is more stable, 4 legs on a chair, but 3 will stand. And same with, tricycle is maybe a more stable than a bicycle, which is 2. So it's allowing you to have the stability to share and flow and connect with others, to connect with more people, to connect with a sense of community. But I want to stress the word unity in the word community, that this is about bringing together, not separating. On this card, can you see there's a little red string tying these feathers together? And here we've got this lovely intertwining of energy. So Taurus, if you are a creative person, if you like to do creative things, high, strong indication that this is a good week for that, to get in touch with that creative side. If you're less inclined to do artistic things, this is about sharing gifts, sharing time, sharing presence with others. Now, this is interesting. I'm getting a different feeling with this card than usual. The energy that holds you back or challenges you is the energy that looks too far ahead with worry or anxiety. It's a fine line difference between these 2 cards. I stress the importance of Vantage. I express the importance of knowing where you are now is going to create your future. But there's also looking too far ahead or trying to conclude too much about the future is a problem. So what we want to be doing is saying, okay, this is where I want to go in the future, and this is what I need to do now to make it happen. I understand that whatever foundation or groundwork I lay right now is going to dictate the way this is going to pan out in the future. Now, what you don't want to do is start to worry about what the future is going to bring, or can I handle it, or have I bitten off too much? Is it too big? Can I really get this to happen? You start to disbelieve in the dream or disbelieve in the vision. And there's kind of a paradox going on here, Taurus. I think that's why I was tripping a little bit before, because in being grounded in the here and now, but not getting so lost in the detail that you can't see the forest, you're maintaining here, but you're also maintaining there. It's this fluid balance, understanding that the present and the future are really one. Whatever you're creating now is going to create your future. So if you wake up feeling great, it's likely that most of your day is going to go great. If you wake up feeling crabby and you don't fix it, then it's likely there's more situations going to happen later on in the day to make you even crabbier. So you see how the present moment, even in that silly little example, tells you how your future is going to go. So this is about bringing your gifts to their fullest potential, bringing your gifts to their highest level, and then allowing them to open up and blossom with others. Keeping an eye on the future, keeping an eye on possibilities in the future, but not getting lost and worrying if it'll work. My guides are saying that when you get stuck in the details, then we jump to this 10 of Wands card where you're worried if you can handle it. Which is really fascinating to me because 10 is a culmination energy, but it's also 1 plus 0, and 1 is the beginning, the details. So it's like the details are forcing this negative culmination. So broad views, broad brush strokes, again, to use a painting metaphor, we're not doing this tiny little detail work. We're doing these broad strokes and letting the details just fall into place. Let's get a little bit more. Father of Feathers and the Truth. Okay, now we seem to be going in a different direction. Okay, my guides are saying not to tie this together, so we're just going to go off. This to me looks like it's time to really get down to a truth. It's time to really face a truth that you haven't been willing to face. This is something that you're aware of in your subconscious or in the quiet moments, and it's asking to come out into daylight because it's going to force a particular action. Our Father of Feathers here, King of Wands. It's time that this truth come out. And interesting, I know my guide said not to tie it together, but we've still got animals kind of joined. We had energies joining before. So this says to me to make a deeper connection, to make a deeper step into something. We need to have this truth come out, and there's an urgency to this truth coming out. Let me get one more. Okay. Taurus, the reason why the truth is not coming out is because there's a resistance to you. You're resisting it. I'm sorry. There we go. You're putting an energetic block about it up. Like you don't want to find out, or you don't want to know. And so this truth isn't able to surface. It hasn't been able to surface. And it's time for it to surface because you can't enter into the next phase or the next step without knowing this truth. And the Father of Feathers wants to give you the confidence that no matter what, you have to find this out right now because it's time. It's time to make a move either way, deeper or pulling out, all right? But the time is right now to find out this truth. Okay. All right, Taurus, that was an interesting one. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy. It's really, really always very nice to hear from you. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week right here.